You'll be amazed by the ability of these new international combines to recover grain. It's truly phenomenal. This machine represents a new advance in the state of the art. As the development of the combine itself revolutionized harvesting, so too does this rotor and its chamber revolutionize combining. The rotor and the components that comprise the chamber do all the threshing and separating in our new axial flow combines. Here's how it works. The crop is fed into the rotor's impeller, which gathers it and starts it rearward in a spiral movement. At this point, the rasp bars bring it around and thresh it against the concave repeatedly. Then the crop, continuing its rearward spiraling, is passed repeatedly over the separating grate, where centrifugal force affects optimal separation. A bed of augers moves the grain and the fines back to a typical cleaning system with two sieves and an air blast through them. The clean grain is moved via this auger to the grain tank, and the tailings are returned via this auger to the rotor chamber for rethreshing. The spent straw, meanwhile, is propelled by this beater out the rear of the machine. On the rotor itself, these are the impellers. This is the rasp bar portion, which does the threshing and much of the separation. And this is the separating portion, which completes separation of threshed grain from the straw. In the rotor cage or chamber, you have this cone, which surrounds the impellers, with these veins that start the spiraling of the crop and control and direct its movement throughout the entire length of the chamber. You have the threshing concave and the separating grate, where final separation takes place. Shown here at 1/25th its actual speed, the crop forms itself into a kind of cylinder as it spirals through the chamber. The material is spiraling much more slowly than the rotor, so it is contacted by the rasp bars several times, and it passes repeatedly over the concave on its way through. Not just once, as in conventional machines. Here, all the threshing must be done in one pass of the crop, from here to here, and it must be severely impacted and rubbed to get an acceptable amount of grain out. In the process, you sustain more grain damage than you will with axial flow, where repeated threshing passes mean the crop need not be impacted and rubbed so severely, and you can recover more of your total yield with the axial flow. In a single pass through here, more kernels invariably go through unthreshed than in repeated passes around and around here. And of the grain that gets beyond the concave, you recover more of it by centrifugal force through this grate than you do with straw walkers. You'll be amazed by the ability of these new international combines to recover grain. It's truly phenomenal.